Good evening and welcome to this live. Today is my 46th day of the 75 Hard Challenge, and I'm here to share a new lesson from the book I'm reading currently. I'm currently reading this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Just give me a moment. There is some glitch happening. How to win friends and influence people. Just give me a moment. There is some glitch happening. And influence people. Okay, anyways, I'll just continue. I'm hearing my own voice, so I'll get confused when I'm speaking. But anyways, I'll just continue. I'm not able to figure out what to do. So I'm reading this book as a part of my 75 Hard Challenge. Um, I'll get confused. So one of the tasks of this challenge is to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book on a daily basis. Okay, 75 Hard Challenge is a mental toughness challenge where you have to do 5 tasks on a daily basis for the 75 days period without taking a break in between. Task number one is to fix a diet and follow the diet. Task number two is to drink 1 gallon of water, which is 3.8 liters. Task number three is to do 2 workouts in a day. Each workout has to be 45 minutes minimum, and one workout must be done outdoors. Task number four is read a non-fiction book, 10 pages of non-fiction book. Task number five is to take a progress picture. And so far, I have been successfully doing this for 45 days, and today is 46th day. And today also, I'm most likely I will finish it. Not most likely, I will finish the challenge for today. So, why I'm doing this live is to share the lessons I'm reading uh, through these 10 pages of the books on a daily basis. So, currently, I'm reading this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, uh, a book which has helped me a lot, which has been very, very influential in turning me from being a shy and introverted person to a person who can do well with people, who can talk to people and become a better conversationalist and in general do well with people. That is the most important skill when you are a coach and you want to do business and sell something of yours, a service or a product. And it is also important for any human being because we are always dealing with people. It may be only your family members, or it may be your neighbors and community and people at your work and college or wherever you are always dealing with people, and this is a very, very important skill to have. How to deal with people, how to talk to people, and how to make people like you, how to influence people, how to influence people to accept your ideas and your thoughts, and how to express yourself to other people so that they understand you better and you both are on the same page. Now imagine you are in a gathering or a family function or a party or something. There are two uncles sitting beside each other. They'll start talking to themselves. They're very warm and happy to see each other. They have met after a long time, and they start discussing about different things, and slowly and steadily, like all uncles do, they will come to the topic of politics. And within no time, both of them have different opinions, different viewpoints, and they start talking with full passion, full excitement, and gradually the conversation will turn into an argument, and it turns uglier and uglier as no as you keep watching, and till somebody interferes. The passions are very high. Everybody is convinced that whatever his opinion is, that is right, and the other person is wrong, and they keep on arguing and arguing, uh, giving their logic and trying to make the other person accept what they are saying, and nobody is ready to give up unless someone interferes and breaks the conversation, breaks the argument. You might have seen this multiple times, and you might be a person who has done this multiple times, especially when it comes to um, topics which can be polarizing, politics, and it could be sports, or it could be anything. Okay, what happens sometimes is the person um, who you're talking to could be wrong about something, and you pointed out that he is wrong, and you argue that he is wrong, and you try to produce proof and logic and everything, and try to explain to that person that he is wrong, and it turns into an argument. The person is not ready to accept. The person is 100% doubly sure that whatever he is saying is right and you are wrong, and there is no end to this. It is only your word against him, and you try to bring other people into the conversation and try to prove your point. So the point here is, if you keep on arguing, the loss will always be yours. You may win the argument, or you may fail the argument. If you fail in the argument, that is your loss, your failing. If you win the argument, then what will happen? You just prove that you are right and the other person is wrong, and you have more knowledge, you have a better understanding of the subject matter, and in the crowd you will end up uh, making the other person look like a fool, and he will definitely, if even if he loses the argument, uh, he will be bitter towards you. He will have this, he will you know go away feeling bitter about the incident. Okay, and he will remember this for a very very long time, and it is your loss. You have lost the goodwill of that person, right? It may be that he might be wrong, but if you keep on arguing and arguing, it doesn't change anything. Even if you win the argument, it doesn't change anything. But if you just let it go and handle it in such a way that the other person is doesn't feel insulted in front of other people, doesn't feel let down in front of other people, that person will keep respecting you more. That person will keep liking you more and loving you more. Okay, and there could be things which are important that you want the person to realize, and there are other ways to do it rather than arguing, rather than openly telling that whatever he is telling is wrong. Okay, so I'd like to read something which I marked in the book here. You can't win an argument. You can't, because if you lose it. And if you win, you lose it. Why? Well, suppose you triumph over the other person and shoot his argument full of holes and prove that he is non-compose, non-composed mentis. That's then what? You will fail. You will feel fine, but what about him? You have made him feel inferior. You have hurt his pride. He will resent your triumph, and a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. You cannot change someone's opinion by argument. You have to let him realize by himself that he might be wrong, and you have to give him that grace. Okay, so this is the lesson I wanted to share, and I think you can relate to this. You might have argued a lot in your life. You might have argued with the person, and the argument will always turn bitter and sour. Okay, and the loss will always be yours. Even though if you might win the argument, the loss will always be yours. Okay, and you will gain nothing by proving your point, and you will gain nothing by making the other person submit. Okay, I hope you get the point. And this was the lesson I wanted to share today. I'll come up with another live probably tomorrow if I manage my time well. Till then, have a good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.